Aloha, my friend. Music Monday, #1. You know what? We take a minute just to talk about a factoid and incorporate it into your daily practice. Today's daily practice is a mechanism for gaining muscle memory. What we're going to want to do is you're going to want to get your instrument of choice, identify the fingers on your hand, and then go to the first fret or go to the middle C. Anywhere you could find this functionality, you could do this. We know that when we're going up a scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1 again, that in a major key we would have do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. No matter where we go, the spacing of those intervals will go as follows. Whole step, half step, whole step, half step. So when we're playing this, what we like to do is use our first finger on our strumming hand if you're playing an instrument. If you're doing the piano, concentrate on one hand. If you're doing some sort of larger instrument, which is fretless, concentrate on playing where the first fret would be in relativity to that first tonal pitch, which is not the open string. When doing this, I call this mechanism a spider exercise. So the first thing I would like to show for Music Mondays, just our minute, is to take our first finger on our first hand, put it on the first fret of said instrument, and work it up. Now there's two types of notes on a stringed instrument here. We could either have a pointy note where we're going directly on using the tippy top of our finger, or we could play really flat against here. What we're going to be doing is playing the first fret with a little pluck, getting a note out. If you hear like a dead note or a muted note or like a buzziness, that means that you're playing on the actual fretting. We don't want to play on the fretting, we want to play in between. So on this first Music Monday Matters, this type of information for this minute is to take that first finger, move to your second finger, go to your third finger, and then your fourth finger. Noticing that we have an index, we've got a middle, we've got a ring, and then we've got a pinky. We're going to utilize all those. This isn't any thought, this isn't anything that's huge musically, but it does express half steps. Goes up a minor third. We'll talk about this in other music on the Mondays, but we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of idea. Moving our finger up for another set of 2, 3, 4. Notice on this hand, if you're playing a stringed instrument, an interesting thing to do on the hand you're going to be strumming with is to put your thumb on top of the string that you just played, thusly muting it and being able to work up that fingering set, moving it ever so slightly up and down the neck. When we do this, we're moving it up all the way to this top string. Thusly, we're going to go all the way down to the bottom half and utilize that same practice. Doing this every day will help control your fingers between these frettings. It'll give you the idea of what an extension is in the future. And when we do this, we're roughly doing 1, 2, 3, 4. When we go to the 5th fret, come on in, have a seat, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 9, 10, 11, 12. Thusly, going all the way up to the next octave. When we do this, it gives us control over the front half of your instrument, the second half, and the third half. But when we're starting off this mechanism, the idea is to play slowly, hear the notes resonate, go through this, and then move your fingers up in accordion. Keeping with that first finger is going to help keep that thumb on there, and then move that thumb accordingly when you go up to the next set of strings. By doing this in succession, not really thinking about much, what you're doing is programming your fingers and your brain to be able to move in functionality with each other. After a period of time, it will make more sense, and then that will lead us to next week's Music Monday. Hopefully we'll see you there. Mahalo. Aloha.